is going on, guys? Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Hopefully I didn't clap too loud for the mic. Welcome to the Staincast. We got to go in this week. We got Mr. Chet. We got Hag. We got myself.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
to episode... damn it, Mel. Every week I'm like, this week is different. This week
30.
I'm not going to... This 30, no way.
30.
It's higher than that.
30.
Hold on.
30. I'm calling it. It's
It's
30.
30.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so welcome back to episode 30 of Nightcrawler. If you guys didn't read the title of this video, we got Chet.
Sure.
Welcome, like a common man on the show. I'm glad to have him back again.
I'm glad I'm back for Nightcrawler, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, glad to have you. Chet's on a nice little streak where it's like been every other week we're having him on, and we'll have him on again in 2 weeks. So
Yep.
Chet's getting
Mandatory.
his nice speeches in now.
Needed that off you. But I guess there's really not too much to talk about this week. I mean, obviously, Ant-Man and the Wasp came out last week.
As well as Last of Us episode 6.
Oh yeah, well actually, that's something I want to talk about. So real quick, we'll actually let's do The Last of Us first. So if we hate, we can just cut it
I
off.
was gonna get Ant-Man out of the way because it's nice and easy, but
I mean, it doesn't really matter because like if we start hating on Ant-Man, we got to just cut it off and then just go right into the movie. Where it's
Ant-Man's
like,
mid, we'll end it at that.
Ant-Man's mid, and Marvel can't be making excuses no more. This company is fucking the biggest company in the world besides Warner Bros. When it comes to making picture films. Like, fuck off with your excuses, with your horrible, horrible end of any movie or project. Like, what is that? What is that? It's like literally the next big bang and the next big bad villain in the MCU. And I mean, I don't really give a fuck if you guys haven't watched it, chance or you don't care. He got killed by fucking ants. Or killed. Whatever. I don't really care. The problem is that obviously they winked at the camera 100 times. Guys, Kang isn't dead. Not surprising. But it's just the way that they killed him. It's like, you can't establish someone as this fucking big bad macho man who literally just, they said in the movie, destroys planets, timelines, and he can't beat a bunch of fucking ants. It's like, no. It's like, I'm sorry. Oh, he don't have his tech. He don't got his tech from fucking outside the quantum realm. You need tech to beat ants? You're the smartest man fucking alive.
yeah, we're like you said, we're hating too much. We're gonna cut. So that we'll get into this movie more once that episode comes for Staincast. But
Yeah.
The movie's made to me personally. I didn't hate it as much as DLs did. I think that it was enjoyable up until the last act. The last 30 to 35 minutes is some of the worst media I've seen in a minute.
But that's the problem, though. Like, that's what I'm saying, though. Is like the last 30 minutes is all that matters.
But no, that is the problem. But again,
it's a shame too, because Kang was fucking. Jonathan Majors did a fucking great job, and it falls on deaf ears because the movie isn't good. It's like that fucking blows. It's like Paul Rudd, fucking Hank, phone. Like this is literally Hank fucking doing his scenes for Quantumania. Like, the man just got 1,000 yards there looking at nothing the entire movie. He don't know where he is. Janet was actually really good. I'll give her that. She was probably, the second most interesting character of that entire movie.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, no Wasp whatsoever. It's like,
Wasp
it's
was
just,
barely in
it ain't clicking. It just ain't clicking for him. Like, I agree with you. Like, there were some amazing scenes, but I mean, shouldn't there be when you have a movie that you're spending $200 million on? Like, should be more than just a couple scenes, but whatever. No. And we're hating.
Yeah, we'll get into it more once this episode comes.
Yeah,
but I'm hoping that again, and I hate that I've been saying this for a lot of projects. I just hope that it means something more in the future. But as of right now, it means nothing, and it don't. Yeah, but
Phase 5 mid already.
Last of Us episode 6. That shit was tough.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was tough.
The Last of Us continuing to get better. Who's jiggling keys?
What is that? What the hell was that?
No, I was getting them out the way. That's my bad.
Jesus. I was Last of Us episode 6. They're continuing to get better.
Jesus! That shit was fucking... that shit was fucking loud in my ears for a second there.
I don't know why that's so loud. It's not loud to me right now in real life.
Maybe your mic's on the side of the computer.
Or something.
Probably.
Anyways, Last of Us episode 6. Last of Us is continuing to get better every week. In my opinion, like they just keep topping themselves more and more.
And even it's just consistency. I feel like that's something that like studios just don't believe in anymore. Consistency, but like every once in a while, every year you'll have their projects and stuff like that. I'm not saying every movie and TV show is ass, but like the general trend is like it's like all right, let's just fill a placeholder for what needs to come out compared to actually making something that's interesting. And The Last of Us, I mean, anyone who's played the game knows that story is like it's so difficult to fuck it up. At least for the first one, exactly. It's so great. There's so many great moments for Ellie and Joel. Like you could do a movie on it, you could do a TV show on it. Like it's just super versatile as a medium. Because I mean, well, half that game is a cutscene. I feel like so.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty easy.
I mean, but Bella and Pedro put on clinics in this last episode. They both put on
especially Pedro.
Oh yeah, especially Pedro. But they both put on some of the best acting of not only their careers but just in general. Pedro, when he was breaking down to Tommy in that little warehouse shed thing, that was beautiful.
No, it was amazing. Like it really is super impressive, and it's kind of ridiculous that they got him sitting behind a mask in Mandalorian, considering how well he does. Like when the camera's just on him, like he's nice with that shit. Like as soon as the camera's on his face, like he just shines in the spotlight. It's amazing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. And I mean, again, I'm excited. I need next week's episode. I feel like I've said it in the group chat. I feel like these gaps are getting longer and longer in between each episode. The better the episodes get.
Next week is going to be the DLC, right? It's going to be her and her Ellie and her.
That's the rumor.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. That's just what is being.
I mean, it would make sense because because it would make sense like kind of following through where it's like, all right, here's a little catch up on Ellie, and then we're going to see her like being by herself because I mean Joel got messed up. It's like the same thing from the game where she has to take care of herself and stuff. So it would make sense story wise.
What I'm assuming is because this episode, episode 6 dealt a lot with everyone that Ellie ever cared about either died or left her. So I think that and then Joel getting stabbed is going to, like you said, story wise just leads perfectly into seeing her backstory, and then the later part of the episode being her on her own taking care of herself as she helps Joel or tries to find help for Joel or I don't remember what happened at that point in the game. Did she help or she found someone for help?
No, she was like hunting and taking care of Joel on her own, and then eventually I think he healed or something like that. I forgot exactly how it went.
It's been a minute since I played the game.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I feel like in the game his injuries were a lot more gruesome though. Like in the game, he legitimately fell like 2 stories on his back and like got stabbed by something. And this, he just got stabbed by a guy. So we'll see how much they want to milk the injury. I mean, they could do as much or as little as they want.
Exactly, but I guess that's pretty much it for that. We've already said as soon as we cover TV shows, which I'm going to be creating a template so that way we can. It's on the docket. We will be covering it at some point in the near future.
Absolutely.
Some TV show episodes.
Exactly. Got to put you guys on some of that good stuff because there's been, I mean, TV. I mean, we talked about it in the kind of our recap for the year when we were talking about our favorite movies and stuff. There was a crap ton of TV shows that came out last year that were very, very good. So just, even pulling from that pool, like we have so much latitude. So we'll see where we end up, but stay tuned on the Instagram where me and Hag will be posting like our kind of format and like kind of the qualifications because we'd love to do the bigger TV shows, but I don't even think that's really feasible when you have like 6-7 seasons. It's like, that's crazy. Like that's a lot of content to try to turn because like these episodes would literally be like 4 hours long and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Trying to cover The Sopranos for 7 hours.
Yeah, like impossible.
We're probably gonna end up doing 1 season per episode. But again, like DL said, stay tuned. Follow the Instagram because we'll announce everything on there once we iron everything all out.
Yay.
Yay.
Let me work early. I'm about to work.
What do you say?
No, I'm gonna fucking get the question of the week up early so I don't have to be scrambling last second. But let's just jump right into the movie. Nightcrawler by I don't know the director's name. Oopsies. Nightcrawler by oh my god, I can't find it. Dan Gilroy. That sounds familiar.
He wrote and directed it. What else?
Oh, very nice. Hope he did Andor 3 episodes. That's why.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard the name Gilroy before.
Yeah, maybe he has a brother that's done more because he did like the screenplay for.
Legacy.
He did the screenplay though. He didn't do the direct. Is this his first directing? Written by.
Like it.
Okay, well that's
Written
kind of
this is
insane.
the only thing he's directed.
It's a good way to start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
kind
no,
of
he's
out
got
of
three.
control.
He's got 3. Velvet Buzzsaw, Roman J. Israel. I think that's I don't know what the hell that is. And then Nightcrawler.
Squire.
Huh.
Yeah, I see. Well, I don't know those previous movies, but of course, since we're covering Nightcrawler, I know all about that, and I can speak to this movie at least by saying that this movie tough.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is my first time seeing it, and it is stupid tough.
Yeah, this is one
Yeah,
of
no,
my
it's-
favorite movies ever.
It's just one of those movies where like there's not some big lesson to be learned. It's kind of just like the world is fucking evil, and there's really nothing much you can do about it sometimes when you have this man just lurking around,
There's some
Just-
sleaze bags like this out there.
especially in LA. Holy smokes.
Oh yeah.
But just get us on track here. It is what was I gonna say? Oh yes. Least and favorite. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Jesus. Favorite and least favorite characters. Chad, I don't know if you want to start.
I think I just gotta give my favorite character to Lou Bloom, our protagonist.
Understandable.
Like he's just a fucking psychopath, bro. It's I
Yeah.
love watching it like his eyes or like the way he'll be
Mhm.
acting when he's by himself. It's like you really see this man is crazy before he even starts doing the night watching too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's a fucking madman.
And for my least favorite character, I think I got to give it to I forget his name. I literally watched it earlier. Is
Rick?
his partner?
Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
His name was Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
wouldn't even
Rick.
know, but yeah, it's Rick.
Yeah, it's Rick. Yeah, he's just like he's just complaining the whole time when he's working, which I understand. But that's your boss you're talking to. Like, shut up and work.
Preach,
But he
Chet,
gets the-
preach.
He gets what he deserves at the end.
Yes, sir. He gets a little
He
slice
gets
of payback.
violated.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna agree with you there. With in terms of Lou, I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal puts on a performance in this fucking movie. He is,
Yeah.
he, like you said, Chet, the eyes alone, and just like how I don't want to say schizophrenic, but like how just all over the place he is. Like you can see this man is insane.
He's got some
And
form of
he's-
psychosis. He's definitely got
He's
some
a
form of psychosis.
sociopath.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
like-
then just the line delivery that
hmm
that Gyllenhaal's able to give too. Like it sounds unsettling. It feels unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
He's a quote machine in this movie too.
That's true. We'll get to that later. But
Yeah.
I guess we're going to least favorite. I don't honestly even know. I guess. I mean, I'm not mad. I wasn't mad at Riz Ahmed, playing Rick.
Who got Riz? Oh, Riz
The
Ahmed.
guy's name is
Oh.
literally
Oh shit! Never mind. My bad.
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to Bill Paxton, who is the other fucking
Come
the
on,
guy
man.
that got smoked.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, the
The
guy
guy
that
in
got
the
man-
car accident.
That man ain't even alive no more to catch that stray. Come
Well,
on,
he
bro.
caught it anyway.
Well, all right. You said he was your least favorite, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, probably. 'Cause just
I actually
seems like someone.
I enjoyed him just because he was a fucking d-bag the entire movie. Just the way he was moving. He's like, you should be sucking my dick right now, or whatever he said to him. Where he's talking about like when he's giving him that offer or whatever it is to like
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
his second truck. Great fucking. I mean, it's just Bill Paxton just being a douchebag. Like that's kind of just his signature role at this point. I mean, not anymore, unfortunately, because he's passed. But I mean, like this kind of. He's been in a couple movies I've seen him in where he's literally just an asshole professionally. Favorite character, but I mean, obviously Lou Bloom, easy. Like
I don't
he's
think
by
there's
far the most. Yeah, exactly. And then Nina's probably my. See, I don't really know where to put her because like she kind of feeds his psychosis, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
she's also just a like the whole point of this movie is that people will do whatever it takes to make money and like all that kind of stuff. I would guess, and it's like I can't even fault her for just being a player in the game. Like I was gonna say, oh, she shouldn't have like let him hit on her and like do all that stuff, but it's like she's getting big stories out of it, so it's like I
mean,
can't
the
be mad
guy-
at that.
It's
Her-
the
her-
exclusive. Anything
Yeah,
for
her
that
coworker
exclusive.
literally-
Yeah.
Yeah. Her coworker literally at the end says, he's like, you're starting to sound like Lou. And she's like, I think he
Mhm.
inspires people or to do
Yeah.
more. Like, and then she starts actually sounding like him.
He's a fucking maniac. Yeah, like it's tough to make a least favorite character because they're all like,
They all do their job
Oh.
in this movie.
yeah, exactly.
It's just
like,
they don't get enough. Like they don't get a lot of screen time. Most of them.
yeah,
Also true.
and there's like no villain. Like the villain literally is just society and fucking. I mean, Lou Bloom is clearly a fucking villain, but like besides that, Yeah, no, least favorite character. Maybe I'll just give it to Rick just because he should have asked more questions. I don't know. I don't really have a least
He
favorite
should have just
character.
taken the job. I guess we'll move on to make or break moments of the movie. I mean, I personally think that whole ending chase scene is one of the most fucking ridiculous and epic things
Oh yeah,
to come out of a movie like this. Like, he's posted up fucking at the end of the corner, gets everything, doesn't get in trouble for chasing the cops or running the lights or doing any of this that you would have fucking happened. He gets arrested and questioned for withholding evidence that, again, he never gets even caught for in the end. But he doesn't get questioned for any of this other shit that he's fucking doing. But besides the point, it's just
I'm just thinking about him pulling that fucking one dead guy into the shot when he's getting the wide shot. It's so wild, bro.
Oh yeah, that was so funny, bro.
That was so wild. It's like all of a sudden he gets the fucking the high ground. He's like, no, come here, and then he pulls it.
He's got to frame it right.
Is that blood on your shirt? No. You like Mexican?
It's on your sleeve too.
So as I was saying, do you like Mexican food?
Did you have any other ones at the top of your head right now? Because I got like one. I mean, anytime
there's
they're going out for the night.
Well, yeah. There's not too many else in the film, so I'll
Yeah.
give you two a chance to say before I go anymore.
Chet, you got something you want to crack into? You want to tap in on?
I mean, going off of what you just said, like every time they went out at night, I'd probably go specifically with the part where he goes into the house and he like records the guys running out. That was ridiculous, and he's like fucking
the drug bust, right? Not the one where he like pulled up on the fridge, yeah.
Yeah, not the one when he pulled up. That was a little too tame for me.
Yeah, exactly. That was a little too soft. I need him in the house, literally recording the person coughing up blood on their last legs. That's just so wild.
And the worst part is like I can actually see people in real life doing this.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why I like this movie so much, because like it's like sure, like some of the outcomes are a little outrageous, but like the motivations are certainly realistic. Like you could see somebody like kind of putting themselves in a situation where it's like to make money or to literally just getting by. Like they'll do whatever it takes if it means getting that big story.
Well, it seems like from my understanding is that Lou just wanted to kind of be the next big thing, like get as much money as possible, being the next big thing. And
I don't really know. Lou's weird to me. Like I feel like Lou is not a real person. Like he's all the stuff he says he's read off a website. Although like I don't know. He's like I've watched it so many times now. Every single time I watch it, it's like this man is just reading out of a big business textbook when he's talking. Like he's stating the obvious half the time.
Yeah,
and it's like I feel like it's like he's presenting people as Lou. Like this is Lou when he's fucking talking, but like when he's by himself, like he's nobody. Like he's literally thinks about it. I don't know. That's just my take on it. But
some of Lou's quotes. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say some of Lou's quotes in this movie. Like if you didn't have the context of it being in the movie, I could just see it being like a motivational quote on like a poster.
Yeah,
in the back.
Exactly.
That's true. I mean, again, like I said before with this, there are people like that too. There are people who take. I mean, we went to high school with one in particular that I'm sure both of you were thinking about right now that literally do that shit.
There's a couple guesses I have in my head. Yeah, there's a couple guesses I have in my head, but I'll leave it there. We'll leave it at that. But I agree with you 100%. I mean, another thing I really like is I just like the narrative, like how the news works. I mean, like obviously, like people kind of understand that, like they're looking for like that clickbait, that kind of like that essence. But I really like the way she explained it, where she was like, think of the newscast as a screaming woman running down the street with her throat cut. Like, it's terrible, but, like, it's honestly true, where she's, like, urban crime creeping into the suburbs. It's like, people don't give a shit about, like, some low-income neighborhood, someone's getting their car jacked. People care about a nice white neighborhood having their night ruined by, like, whatever the situation would be. And I think I just think they do a great job of, like, showing that. Because I feel like a lot of movies are afraid to kind of, like, take that jab at the news.
Yeah, I also enjoyed, as someone who likes, like, the whole behind-the-scenes of a lot of things, I also enjoyed seeing some of that behind the scenes of the news production. Like I don't know how much of this was actually accurate, but like the way that she's feeding the anchor stuff to say as they're going through the footage to make it seem more dark.
I like that too. I like that too.
It gives us, because now, like, when I think back of either newscasts that I've already seen or now in the future when I do see newscasts, not that I watch the news all that often, I feel like now I'm going to be able to pinpoint out, like, oh, wait, are they actually, like, feeding them this to make it seem bigger than it actually is?
Yeah, like I saw on Instagram or something like that, like on a list of it, they call it like movies that make you or something like that. It's a little cheesy, the name, but it kind of makes sense. Where it's like some movies kind of just like live rent free in your head as soon as you watch them once. Like I think Arrival's on that list for me too, but like this movie is definitely just where it's like you kind of just after seeing it, it's like it just completely changes your perspective on something. And I think this movie does a great job with it, whether it's just the news industry in general or just like the fact that Lou just kind of always gets off because like no one's really looking too hard at him or something. It's great.
Yeah.
What else was that?
It's a definitely phenomenal movie. Like I will say, I guess I'll put this more in breaks. I was going back and forth with if it's break or but I think it's definitely more of a break. Is that the fact that Lou never got arrested with how close he was to the cops, with how like he was literally getting all up in their faces. And just never got arrested, never got trespassing, never got any of that.
Yeah.
Which I mean, again, am I? Probably.
No, I agree. I mean that was gonna be my It's just like how many times that he's blatantly breaking the law, whether it's trespassing, whether it's just straight up like freaking
eating, blowing lights,
messing with crime scenes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's so many different charges they could throw at him. I get that. But I mean, I guess it's just kind of like the Hollywood thing where it's like you really can't have a story if he's like actually following the rules. Like if he was just like, I don't know. They could have done a better job at him. I mean, he's good at talking himself out of situations. So like, I guess we kind of can put two and two together. But I agree with you. He should have been arrested multiple times, and they should have been like, all right, you're done.
Yeah, like one of the things I'm thinking about, like very much in particular, is he had his hands all over the car crime scene and the last house shooting, and you're gonna tell me that they didn't dust and find any of his fingerprints?
Well,
I mean, he was just at the crime scene for fuck's sake.
I mean, they did it. They did ask him questions because they saw the video, obviously. So I guess they were fine with it by that point.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot. I feel like cops or detectives, especially in neighborhoods like that, usually do a little more due diligence.
Mm-hmm. I could definitely see it from both ways. I could see it being purposeful, where it's kind of just like it's just everyone's just going through the motions, so no one's really like looking to like do any. I don't know. I agree with you. I mean, there definitely is some scenes where he should have at least we should have at least seen him face some sort of repercussions because we saw it in the beginning where like when he was really amateurish, like we saw him literally that one shot where he's literally like freaking. Like the people are trying to suture up like that fucking hole in that person, like that car crash, and he's got the camera like directly on them, and it's fucking crazy. And then someone finally tells him to back the fuck up and tells the other reporter to get 100 feet back or something, where that makes sense. But I think towards the end of the movie, they're kind of just like, all right, let's just fucking let's start. Yeah, for lack of a better word, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys had any other. We're still on make or breaks, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a.
I think I'm good on the make or breaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that First of all, my favorite scene in the entire movie is the officers responding to them calling in those the shooters at the restaurant. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, if not my most favorite scene. I just love the tension is great. The build up is fantastic. Like even like hearing the the radio, I think that is done perfectly throughout the entire movie. I think they use the radio very well, just kind of laying out the scene and stuff like that. Those second group of officers through the match. Why are you going in there? Like that like he literally said they had a gun. Like I don't know. Like of course, as soon as two cops pull and they're on edge, another two come in. They're coming after you. Like you killed. They tossed.
I didn't understand that either because also not only those, but like if I was those other random people just sitting in there, if I see two cops come in, I'm already on edge. If I see two more cops heading my way, I'm dipping. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm getting out of there.
He started blinking back immediately.
No, that's what I'm saying though. But because by having 4 cops enter that place, like you're kind of putting them in a fight or flight situation compared to maybe it's just 2, so it's like equal number. Whereas like maybe the cop goes over there and says something to them, or like I don't think it's ending without them drawing their guns, but like you said, he literally started he slid on his get back instantly, bro. He needed that.
Yeah, there should have been more cops outside, like just.
Or just I know. I feel like that situation literally could have been handled any way better than that. Pretty much.
Yeah. Other than 4
cops
just walking into the building,
it's like
none of them have their guns unholstered.
Like none of them have their guns unholstered. They literally are just allowing the civilians to be in there. It's like, bro, if you know that you're just an active like not shooter, but like active situation like that, like you're getting everybody out of there. Like you're telling everyone to fuck off, and like you're sending the cops in, and then like. The cops are making sure people get. I mean, I'm not a police officer, just full disclosure. But I mean, at least that's what I would think would happen. Like,
it could have just been easy as calling the store and being like, "Hey, this is LAPD. We need you to shut your doors immediately, or just calmly go over and tell these people they need to leave, or just like something along those lines."
Yeah, them boys got played, and they played.
LAPD
Bitch, you played.
Wash.
Was it? I'm gonna interrupt you guys for a second, but fucking just a second ago, I thought this cup here, you can't see it, was full of water, and it's fucking soda and whiskey.
Oh, why did we leave that there?
I thought this was a fucking water cup.
No, that's from like 3 days ago.
I almost threw up for a second. I spit it back in the cup. It was all off camera.
That ruined my night.
I don't even want to think about that. All right. I guess Chet, you said that Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal is a quote machine. You want to give some to us?
Yeah, sure. I actually wrote them down this time.
Chet came prepared.
I did come prepared.
Like to see that.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I guess his last line in the movie, I'll start with when he's in that interrogation room and he's talking to the lady and he goes, "I like to say, if you're seeing me, you're having the worst day of your life."
I love that line.
That was a tough one. Or I'll do one more and let you guys go because I think I might have we'll probably have some repeats. But his last words to Rick when he's like, "I can't jeopardize my company's success to retain non-trustworthy employees."
So slimy, bro. So fucking
slimy.
Disgusting. So sickening. Deal, you want to go?
And there wasn't too. I mean, I've got like you guys said, he's chatting the entire movie. I mean, basically anytime he's fucking on his business fucking soapbox, he's talking about he just spits out the most amount of information as possible, and this shit's ridiculous. But the first time he was recording, when he was super new to it, his first thing when he's just getting up in people's face recording for TV, I was like, "I don't give a fuck what you're doing, get the fuck out of here," or something like that. He was literally in the officer's face, no room to breathe, recording for TV. It's some of my favorite scenes from the movie are from the beginning, him just watching him kind of get acclimated with the night crawling lifestyle, because he was so bad at the beginning. He was so bad, so bad. Another one I forgot who said it. Someone said, "I don't give a god." Oh yes, fucking. I think it was the newswoman, which "I don't give a goddamn about Corona." Obviously, when this movie came out, it didn't mean anything, but nowadays it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. Yeah, exactly.
I did think the exact same thing when I was watching it. I just laughed a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're far enough out of it now where we can laugh at it, but first, some of the first couple times I saw this movie, I was pissed off. I was like, "That's facts." But now we're deep enough where we can laugh at it. It's been long enough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna list the whole.
What the hell was that?
What was that? You?
No, I think that was smoke.
What? What the fuck happened?
Did you hear that coughing?
Yeah, I heard that through my fucking headphones.
Jesus, that man dying?
That's up.
All right. Anyways, I was gonna say probably my favorite quote, and I forgot. I don't even know why I didn't bring it up into the scene, but I think this is right after he gets the footage. He's like, "Now I like you, Nina, and I look forward to our time together." And he goes on this whole monologue, and he's like, "And the last thing I want, Nina, is for you to do the things that I asked you to do when you're alone in your apartment, not like last time."
What is he talking about?
Like that whole monologue that he says to her is fucking ridiculous.
That entire dynamic between the two of them is so fucking weird. It's so weird. I mean, Lou himself is just so weird. Like everything every interaction he has is just so fake, it's so artificial. It's like, I mean, his partner caught up on it. Like the detective kind of saw right through it. But I mean one of my favorite parts of it. What are you saying?
Anybody like that? Like you could see right through them. As soon as you have more than one interaction with them, you know that like who they are. Like they're no one. Like you said earlier, they're nobody. They're just whatever they read on a screen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like he's persuasive. Like he's definitely got, like I said, he's got some sort of like crazy psychosis going on. Where like, I mean, it's a sociopath. Where like he still is like interested in, like he's still self-serving, but like he's just so weird. Like his interaction, like the entire movie, even at the end when he's giving his chat to his new employees, it's like, bro, how can you hear that and be like, I want to work for this guy? Like that's just freaking literally sounds like a zombie talking.
He's like, all you have to do is just do what I say and listen to me.
Yeah, exactly. I would never tell you to do something I wouldn't do myself. I'm like, bro, what is that? Doesn't make me feel any better. You fucking
recorded crime scenes.
That's what I'm saying. You literally recorded your own partner getting smoked. You got your own partner smoked. Like that was cold. That was
so cold.
Yeah, that was like damn. Like first time I saw, I was like damn, because like I didn't realize he was like down to like have his partner get killed. Like if anything, I thought he maybe just like ditch him or something. But damn,
yeah, that blew
the ultimate
my
price
mind when I watched it for the first time. Don't fucking play with Lou.
Don't play with my boy. What the hell? The camera's back.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
What the fuck?
I guess then, unless either of you have any more quotes that
I have some written down. I'll run through like 2 or 3 more. Let's see. I have one quote. Most of them all are from Lou, but one of them that's not from Lou is I think Joe, which is Bill Barton's character. Bill. Morning news: if it bleeds, it leads. That was pretty solid. Mm-hmm. Or fucking here's one. Lou's talking about when after that guy just got into the crash and Rick's like, no, don't record, he's one of us. He's like, not anymore, he's a sale.
That's so slimy, bro.
It's so slimy. Let's see, I guess I'll
I completely forgot I completely forgot to even talk about what he did to those boys. He cut the brake line on him. That's so tough. He cut
the brake line. They slammed into the pole, and he fucking was like, "He's a sale," and he starts getting fucking footage.
And even the way Bill Paxton looks at him, he's like, "No," he knew he got him too. He knew it. Tough.
He knew that he got.
He knew he got played.
Mm-hmm. Tough scene getting played by Lou.
Yeah.
Well, you said you have one more, Chad?
I got one more. I'll do one more.
All right.
Do you know what FEAR stands for? False evidence appearing real.
I mean, that's actually not bad. Out of all the things he said the entire movie, that was probably like the most
tame.
Organic. Yeah, the most organic thing he fucking. Even though he still probably read it online, but I actually like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
Move on to the moments of the movie. Which, I mean, for me, like I said before, it was just him not getting arrested for fucking the absurd amount of trespassing and obstruction of justice that he was doing.
Yeah,
literally just obstruction of every fucking possible statute. Just
deleted the videos of those two guys leaving the house.
Yeah.
Just edit that out.
Cut that out.
Yeah, I mean, like towards the end, like this man's literally on a crime scene. Like it's not even like he shows up the same time the cops do. Like he's leaving a crime scene. Like he's at the crime scene with his partner shot dead with the cameras on him in the car that was chasing. Like I'm sure, like maybe even if the police didn't notice them behind him just because they're literally in the middle of a high speed chase. All right, maybe I get that. But it's like this man has. There's just too many situations. Or even when the police officers are walking into that restaurant, you literally see his partners fucking sitting against the pole with the freaking camera on, with the light on
camera.
too.
With a bright
Yeah.
ass red car.
Yeah, it's like
The
fucking
the Mustang, mad inconspicuous. Or was that a Camaro?
It's actually a Challenger, Chet. Okay.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
It's fine. Yeah, exactly. And that's a fucking expense, like an SRT too. It's like, all right, whatever. But fine, even that, whatever. There was one more. What was it? Fuck. Oh crap. Damn it. There was one scene where I was like, this is fucking. When they're leaving the shootout, when he hits a Yui in their driveway, basically from that that drug spot where he records all of them inside dead. He gets in the car, and then he just drives past the police because it's like a single. I'm assuming it's like a one-way road where it's like most people aren't coming down there unless they're exactly. It's like it ends at like if you kept going down the other way, it would end or something. And it's like I'm assuming most people aren't going down that block, but like it's convenient that he's ripping out of there too. He's not just driving out of there; he's ripping out of there. It's like
talk about it.
It's like how does not someone go get him thinking he's a suspect?
Yeah. But I mean, like overall, like I'm not. It doesn't just.
It's a grounded movie.
Exactly, it doesn't subtract from the story at all. Like I wouldn't take any points off for it, but it's noticeable. On the more you watch it, it's definitely the more noticeable because it's like, all right, why is this guy not getting fucking arrested right now? Or at least getting detained. At least like having a word spoken to him. Like this man is all up in the business.
Yeah. But I guess that's pretty much it for that.
Yeah, I don't have anything else besides that. At least let me check.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think I can think of anything else. Maybe, it's just him not getting slapped in the face when he's shoving this camera in front of all of these.
Yeah, no, that's true, bro. That's fucking facts. I didn't even think about that. Like he would deadass get his ass beat.
Yeah, like that one guy who's on the phone with 911. I'm surprised he didn't fucking smack the camera out of his hand.
Like, I'm trying to call 911. But I guess in DL, you know what time it is. I mean, unfortunately, because there's not much in it.
No thirsty moment.
Yeah,
all right.
That's true.
I can't even stretch.
Yeah, it's like there's no room for stretches. There's no like this ain't no fucking hot yoga. We ain't stretching, all right.
The wife that was getting interviewed at the first house he went inside of.
That's a freaking woo. It's a Bikram yoga stretch. Fuck. All right.
I couldn't even tell you what she looked like.
Yeah, no, I literally like usually at least like even in super like action packed movies where there's not much time, not much slow parts, but it's like usually I at least like remember it's like all right, this woman was pretty hot compared to the fact that like I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I guess I know women love Jake Gyllenhaal, so like, I guess that's your thirsty moment if you're looking for
Jake
one.
Gyllenhaal because of Taylor Swift releasing her fucking 22-minute version fucking song or whatever.
But they at least think he's
really
hot.
Dropped a diss track on my boy.
I don't even know.
That's
if
crazy.
think that anymore.
That sucks.
Because they all have the hive mind to Taylor Swift.
That's a shame. Well. If anyone's looking for a thirsty moment of the movie, it's his Challenger because that's probably the hottest thing in the entire movie, especially when he's ripping that thing. That's just nice. But I guess that's my thirsty moment. Yeah, no, that's like whoever was stunt driving that car. Holy shit, they were fucking beating the shit out of that thing. I need that car. True. But besides that, I'm sorry, guys. It's going to a car today. It's the first time I'm giving it to an inanimate object, but when in Rome. When in Rome.
Very progressive of you.
But
yeah, exactly.
But that leads us over to the question of the week. Every Saturday, we take to Instagram at the Staincast to ask you guys a wonderful question, get you involved, get your answers. We also will be starting to post these questions on our YouTube. For those of you that watch us exclusively on YouTube and don't follow us on Instagram, we're also going to start posting these questions as a post on there. So you guys can interact as well. I'm still going through it, bro. You still got time.
You just gotta knock at the door.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't hear that.
Nah, I told him to go relax. Baby, go relax.
Would you like to tell everybody what we asked this week?
Sure. All right. So over on the Instagram, we changed it up a little bit because you guys are lazy. and I need to do all the work for you guys. Playing a fucking song on the world's smallest violin for ourselves right now. We asked you guys, how do you listen to Staincast? Because I genuinely just curious because I see the numbers across the platforms, and I was kind of just curious to see like what actual like preference. And we got a couple votes. Appreciate everyone who voted. We had a couple people say YouTube. Let me just start by saying the most is Spotify, which is I guess it's not that surprising. Spotify is like a lot of people have a membership already, and like being able to listen to. Yeah, true. Also, and it's just easy to listen to a podcast in the background. Where YouTube, I feel like you have to be more actively engaged. Where a podcast, you can just kind of throw on in the background. Apple Music had one. I think that's by Max. Yep, that's Max. Sorry, Max. It's just you. It's just you, bro. But don't worry, we'll continue supporting Apple Music because I mean, why not? Of course. But it looks like Spotify again. Spotify supremacy, everybody.
Let's go.
But I mean, really besides it.
I know. Oh, go ahead, Dios. Sorry.
No, that was my train of thought. That's it.
Oh,
I'm done.
I was gonna say I know from like DL said from looking at the numbers that we are starting to also get popular on YouTube. We are starting to get subscribers. I'm assuming that's just from people who also just have found us through YouTube. But we do like DL said, we're interested to see where you guys listen to us, how you want to interact. I mean, we like to interact with you guys as much as possible. So.
Oh yeah.
But I guess then thank you guys all that did answer. There's no point for us answering this question because we make them. So
yeah. Chat, how do you listen to Staincast?
Spotify.
There it is.
Yeah. There we go. But thank you guys, of course, and stay tuned for this Saturday where we'll be asking a question. I'm not going to give you the movie. You guys got to wait to the end.
They definitely already know.
Oh, they already know. I know they already know, but they can wait.
They already know all about it.
Oh, I'm excited. We'll get into that shortly. DL. The number.
Whoa. Okay. All right, sure thing. Let me see what I got. Let's see what I got in the stash.
What you got cooking for us, brother?
Hold on, brother. It's called little brother and little sister. Is that like some little brother and sister crime fighting duo? It's about a brother and sister. All right, no more of that. I'm having too much fun. Okay, so as you guys can see, average rating of 550,000 people. So that's definitely a lot more than we've had previous weeks. So this is going to be interesting, I hope. So we have basically 500,000 people giving this a review. Average is around 7.8 out of 10, which I would probably put somewhere in my ballpark as well. The highest number, like this is pretty. I mean, it's a great movie. I think this kind of I mean, even this kind of speaks to the movie's strengths, where it's like literally you add up you add 6 and lower, and you're not even getting 10%. You're barely getting exactly. It's like that's very impressive, especially with these numbers too. You have literally hundreds of thousands of people giving this thing, but okay, I agree with that. So as you can see, 8 is actually the highest number. So I'm assuming that just comes down to rounding. Looking at it, quick looks. Wow. A lot of females voted on this one. Surprise, surprise. It's a little male. Yeah, no, it's sarcasm. 54,000 people out of 558 is kind of bad. But 10%. I mean, I guess it's like, where is this? It's like 558,000 total, 323,000 males, and 54,000 females. Like, there's such a large gap of like
a lot of people that
unaccounted.
don't have their they didn't check male or female, or they refuse to, or they
prefer not to answer,
whatever the case may be.
Okay. So I'll kind of just go with what's relevant because some of this stuff is kind of little outliers. Like obviously that's ridiculous.
This movie's rated R. You shouldn't be watching this.
Exactly. Yeah, first of all, I'm telling you, parents, the hell. But the highest is going to go to males 18 to 29. Us, shocker.
Yeah, I'm not at all.
Just like the way the movie's shot. the characters, the literally me character that is Jake Gyllenhaal, which is very popular amongst. I mean, it's true. Like, it's like the Patrick Batemans. It's like those characters are just are super. They're just super popular amongst people. Of course, yeah. So God bless and welcome to the Sigma Male collection. But yeah, so 70,000 people gave it an average of an 8.1. So I mean, I think that's pretty respectable. The next highest is going to be tied. Yeah, I'll give 12,054. Sure, why not? This is gonna be tied.
I'm not surprised at that lowest either.
Yeah, the lowest is the older demographic, which I understand because I mean it's a bunch of relatively younger actors. The premise is kind of like a little more on the ridiculous side at some scenes, like when you have that car chase at the end. But it really is. It's great action. So. I'm sure these people. I mean, it also just isn't that many people to begin with as well. It's literally not even 39.6. But yeah, it's really all I got for you guys. I don't know if Hager or Chet, if you guys had anything to comment on, anything I missed.
No, I mean, I think that's definitely interesting to see. I mean, you could tell that this was definitely more of a male demographic movie. I mean, only 10% of people that voted were females, but
yeah,
like you said, Lou falls into that same Sigma male character that like Patrick Bateman and stuff fall into, so of course it's going to attract more men.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. 10% of the people who reviewed it were women. That is kind of crazy. All right, so that was the numbers for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something new. But we'll just keep on going and go to the real numbers that the only numbers that really matter. Our numbers.
Yes, sir. Deal already knows. It's ours, of course. We got a wonderful scale that we do our rating for.
Chet knows all about it by this point, I hope.
Yeah. Yep, I got it. I got it down now.
Let's see.
So, I guess we'll start with story, to which, I mean, I think we could probably all agree with this. Which story's a 4. I think it's well written. Yeah. It was well played out. I think just following Lou's character throughout his whole development and everything that goes on is very interesting, very intriguing. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. There's not much more new things to say compared to what we've already said. So yeah, 4.
Yeah, Lou's getting a 4. This movie tough. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Way to play, Lou. I mean, another way to play Lou. This one was tough for acting. I'm kind of teeter-tottering between 3 and 4 just because I honestly think that everyone does an exceptional job. I think everyone kind of knows their role in the movie, and I think everything, like all their dynamics are written pretty well. I mean, Bill Paxton's ridiculous in the movie. I feel like his acting kind of brings it down a little bit. But, I mean, I think I'd give it a 4, and here's the reasons why. I don't have any reasons why. No. Obviously, Jake Gyllenhaal does a fantastic job in the role. We've talked about that already. The dynamic between him and I forgot her name.
Nina.
Oops, Nina. The dynamic between Lou and Nina is really good. I think the end was really good too when they're just staring into each other. It's like, I want this. Obviously, how bad do you want it? It's like it's hideous. It's an absolutely disgusting dynamic. But I mean, it's kind of like the point of it. So I'm not mad at that. I think even Rick, I mean, he kind of was scripted to be a fool, so I can't even be mad at it, but I think he's probably one of the weaker links if I was to give it a 4. Like, it's still tough giving it a 4, but fuck it. We'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a 4 as well for all the same reasons you said. And even so, Riz Ahmed, he played the character he needed to play perfectly, and I've seen more stuff that he's in, and I know how good of an actor he can be. Shut up. Shut up. Forgot he was in Venom. He's the main fucking villain, and I forgot he was in Venom.
Well, that's Venom. That's just Venom for you.
That's true. But yeah, I overall, like you said, DL, it's a 4.
Mm-hmm. Chet?
I also gave it a 4. Everyone places their strengths in this movie.
Yeah.
Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal puts on a great performance. Nothing to complain about. Everything, it was good. It got done good.
Yeah. So then I guess.
Well, all right.
What's going on with my pen right now?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't touch that mouse.
You're watching Badland. Well, going on to originality. This one, I gave it a 3. So the main reason I didn't bump it up to a 4, because that's what I was honestly debating between, is because I don't think it's anything. It's nothing too special. I think that seeing like this type of I guess Night Watchers, seeing like it from this point of view, and then of course the character of Lou and his dynamics and relationships with all these other people that he's doing, and how much he wants to just get this shot to get this money. It's done really well. It's something that I haven't seen before to this caliber, and like I said, the fact that they were using Night Watchers for it just makes it even more interesting to me.
No, I agree. I also have it as a 3. I agree where like I don't think it's anything exceptional in terms of like how original the story is that's being told. The only like I'd even almost consider putting it at a 2 if he didn't get away with it at the end. But I think the fact that he got away with it gives it an extra point because a lot of these stories end with them getting caught somehow, some way, whatever this, or they just die, the character dies, whatever the situation is. But in a situation like this where he just gets off scot-free, I think it's refreshing. There's so many movies out there, people getting their comeuppance and good bad things happen to bad people, but no, sometimes they don't. And I think that in itself is enough to give it a 3.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I also gave it a 3 for this.
Damn, we're just freaking. It's a copycat league out here.
Yeah, it's a copycat league.
So
it's gonna be like 3 and 4s for most of these categories, I think.
Yeah.
Well, so this one's probably where it's going to be a different for me, but I think that it's just because I have only seen this movie once, and it's for this. But rewatchability, I did give it 2. It's definitely something I'm going to see. I want to watch again, and that I will watch again in the future, and that will probably change my rewatchability score from there. But as of right now, like just from seeing it once, a 2 is just the max I can give it.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I gave it a 3 just because I've seen it like 5, 6, 7 times. So like it definitely has that replayability to me. I watched it. Obviously it's yesterday. I watched it spring of last year, I think, and then I don't know before that. But like it definitely, it's not too long. The characters are like the story itself isn't too difficult to track. Like you can kind of zone out here and there. I think that's nice for like considering how outlandish some of the stuff that's going on is. But I mean, it's pretty much like anything you want, like in a thriller. I don't know. I really don't know. I was kind of at a loss for words besides that.
Yeah, I agree with you, DL. I also give this a 3 just because I've also seen it a bunch of times.
Yeah, like it's not perfect. Like it certainly doesn't have that 4 capability, but I mean, it's definitely still not bad.
Yeah, it's just like it's entertaining, but it's nothing like it's not crazy.
Yeah,
and I agree. Is like I was dozing off when I was watching this too, like exactly what you said, and like I didn't really miss much.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like
and
you can literally close.
Yeah,
you can just walk away for a second.
Like it doesn't feel like it's dragging. Like it's a perfect long. It's an hour and 57 minutes is perfect for this. Like you didn't need to get it over 2 hours.
No.
But then I guess jumping into the last category of cinematography, me personally, I'm thinking a 3. I think it's shot nice. I don't think it's shot perfectly. I think it could be better. It's tough. Actually, it is kind of tough. See, now I'm having an existential crisis. Fuck.
I gave it a 2.
Okay.
Like you said, it's not shot perfectly. It doesn't do anything too spectacular for me.
Yeah, it has good shots, but like it's definitely not the type of thing where like you'd pause it and be like kind of like in a disbelief kind of shot or anything like super like holy shit. Like I don't know. I can't even come up with an idea right now. But
even just comparing it to something like Hustle that we did last week, I gave that a 2 for cinematography as well. It's a well put together movie. Like it's a well shot movie. But nothing's blowing me out of the water. Nothing's doing anything crazy. Nothing's like the car chase scene at the end was okay. I think it was a little confusing, bouncing back and forth between all the first person shots of the different cars.
Okay.
But besides that, like a 2 is just a good baseline for me for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I think I'm gonna keep it at a 3 just because like after watching it, that's kind of what like innately came to my head. So I'm not gonna screw with that. But I can definitely see what you're talking about. Where like a 2.5, I think would be the most applicable for me. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Okay, but I can definitely see if someone gave it a 2.5. I think that's kind of like the sweet spot.
No.
Chet.
Yeah, I agree with you
Well,
again, DL. I gave it a 3.
oh,
I like the I liked the switching between like the camcorder and like the actual movie camera too when he's like recording.
yeah,
car
no, you're
scenes.
right.
That's true.
That was pretty
Like, I
cool.
fucked with that. The car chase
got-
scene I didn't mind, but I do get why that would be confusing with all the constant first person changes.
Like it definitely does a good job at like it's not obtrusive. Like it's definitely not annoying at any part. It's just missing like a couple crucial shots where it's like when you're kind of like making like just all like the scrapbook for all the different shots from the movie. Like it's just missing a couple like huge ones where it's like wow, this like the shot defines the movie or something like that. Maybe it's me being nitpicky, but I mean that's why it's my review. You guys are welcome to give it a 4 if you'd like. Yeah, exactly. You can give it a 5. You can give it a 6.
But
Don't.
after that, adding everything up, that puts Nightcrawler at a 15 out of 20 for me.
I can't count. Hold on.
So, I think we had the same thing. It might be a 17 for
17.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Took
I
me
mean,
a second.
overall,
I was like 4, like 8 plus 7. What is that? 8 plus 9. What is that?
but overall, this movie is great.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend watching it. There's just a lot to enjoy with it, and I definitely plan on tuning in again to it to at some point in the future.
Yeah.
It's not a family movie though. Don't watch that with your family.
Yeah, no, it's not. Like maybe if you're like older, like maybe like we are, maybe if you want to throw that on, but that kind of stuff. But I mean, even so, like it's uncomfortable. It's just eerie, like slimy, like scuzzy. It's like you watch it, like you just feel dirty after watching the movie. Like you gotta take a shower or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much all I
But
got for Nightcrawler.
Yeah. Likewise.
So, of course, I'll go through this as usual. Thank you, Chet, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like. If you're, follow us on Instagram at the Staincast. Buy our merch. It is in the bio. We do have new merch coming next week because next week and this Saturday, you will find the question of the week and the teaser post for Star Wars A New Hope. It is time. We're finally doing it. Next week, we start the OT. And
Let's fucking
we have
go.
a nice 2 months of full-blown Star Wars content ahead of us.
Keep going, baby. This is what y'all want. This is what y'all wanted.
For the next 2 months, we will be covering in release order the OT, the prequels, the 2 spin-off movies, and then one conglomerate episode, unfortunately, of the sequel trilogy. But we're doing it for you guys. You wanted to see Star Wars, and here it is. It's
My face won the sequel trilogy. You guys can't even see me, but I got a mean lip quiver going on.
Yeah, so fucking stay tuned for that. We're gonna have lots of guests, lots of fun. Like we said, new merch, and then shortly after Star Wars, we're gonna be hopping into some TV shows. So we got a lot coming for you guys. But of course, thank you for tuning in for this one, and we'll see you next week for A New Hope.